Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another video of Chem Solve. Today we are going to study about ester. This is the next topic of the organic series. So let's move towards the topic. Okay, so topic name is ester. Let's understand what are esters. Esters are basically colorless liquids they are insoluble in water. Okay, how do we recognize that this thing is an ester? Of course, with the help of their functional group. With the help of their functional group. Okay. What is the function group of the ester? That is C double bond O, and on both sides we have to attach carbon atom. These carbon atom could be same and they could be even different. The formation of the ester is called esterification. So let's understand what is esterification. Let me change the color of this function group so that you may read it easily. Okay. Esterification is basically the process through which an ester is formed. Okay, so how an ester is formed? An ester is formed when we take our carboxylic acid and we react it with any alcohol. So it is being converted into an ester and water is also produced as a byproduct. What are the conditions for that reaction? Conditions are the presence of a catalyst and that catalyst is concentrated sulfuric acid. All right. Now we will discuss the laboratory apparatus for esterification. So the laboratory setup for esterification is something like this. Let's understand what these label parts are. This is basically our mixture of ethanoic acid plus ethanol, and this is our catalyst, that is concentrated sulfuric acid, the catalyst of the process. This is called dropper. This is test tube holder. When we mix ethanoic acid and ethanol and heat it, this is the reaction mixture. Ester is being separated and we are left with water plus sulfuric acid. This is Bunsen burner, which is the source of heating. Okay, so now let's understand the whole laboratory apparatus with the help of an example of chemical equation. So first of all, we took ethanoic acid and we add ethanol in it. Okay, so let's write down equation. We are going to take ethanoic acid, that is CH3COOH, and we are going to add ethanol in it, that is C2H5OH. For this process, concentrated, by the way, this is the reversible process, so let me write down reversible arrow. Okay, the catalyst of the process is concentrated sulfuric acid. What will happen? This H will be removed from the acid and OH from the alcohol, and it will turn into water, which is being collected here at the bottom of the beaker. And the remaining thing, this whole thing, this is our ester. So let me write it. CH3 COO C2H5. So I think you can relate it with the diagram now. We have acetic acid and ethanol here. In this test tube, we mix them. Then we add sulfuric acid as a catalyst. Then we heat it for some time. And the remaining mixture was then put into a beaker. Ester was collected at the top of the beaker, and water and the catalyst, they were collected at the bottom of the beaker. Let's understand it more with the help of displayed formula, that what actually happened. Let me write this OH with some other color so that you can easily understood that what has been removed. Okay. Now I'm gonna write ethanol, and similarly the hydrogen of the ethanol I am going to write with some other color so that you can better understand that what is being removed. Okay. There would be a reversible arrow. Okay. Concentrated sulfuric acid is our catalyst. So what will happen? This whole thing will be removed. All right? And what it will form? It will form a water. So H and OH, water will be formed. Okay, so what is left behind? Let's write it. It is carbon, it's hydrogen here, then C double bond O, then this O and this whole structure, C and its hydrogens. Now look at this functional group, this thing. This is basically our ester linkage. I think this equation can clearly shows there is ester linkage in between and a chain of carbon atom here and a chain of carbon atom on the other side of the equation. Okay? So this is all about esterification. Now let's understand that how do we name the esters. So the next heading would be naming esters. Okay, let's understand it with the help of an example so you can understand it well. I'm going to take the example of an ester. So let me write I'm deliberately using different number of carbon atom on both sides of the oxygen so we can better understand the difference. Okay. So I'm just dividing this ester into two parts. The green part is basically I just divided in such a way that both oxygen are in the same part. So here I have divided the whole structure into two parts. Both oxygen atoms are in the same part. And how many carbon are there? There are two carbon. So for 2 carbon, the name is ethane. I will drop the E and I will add another word, that is OH. So it will become ethanoate. Alright. And the other part, which has no oxygen in it, it has how many carbon? So it has 1 carbon. So it would be methane. I will again drop the E from here and will add IL. So we'll drop everything and this would be methyl. So the name here would be methyl. So the complete name of the ester would be methyl ethanoate. Let me repeat what I did. Actually, so I divide the whole ester structure into 2 parts. One part contain both the carbon atom in the structure, and that part will be named in such a way the number of the carbon atom and OH at the end. And the other part, which has no oxygen in it, it would be the number of the carbon atom, and ane will be dropped and IL will be added. So methyl ethanoate, and that's it. So you should keep 2 things in your mind. While writing formula, first part from acid, more appropriately we should say from carboxylic acid. And second part from alcohol. While writing the name, first part is from alcohol, second part is from carboxylic acid. Now let's understand it with the help of some examples. Okay, so I'm going to take an acid then alcohol, then ester form. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna take methanoic acid. So the methanoic acid would be written as HCOOH. Then I'm gonna take ethanoic acid. It will be written as CH3COO and H. I'm writing the H that is being ionized with the black color. Then it is again ethanoic acid. Okay, now I'm gonna use some alcohols. The first alcohol that I'm gonna use is ethanol, that is C2H5OH. Then I'm gonna use methanol, and that is CH3OH. Then I'm again gonna use ethanol, that is C2H5OH. Okay, now look at the formula. First of all, I'm gonna make formula. Of course, the water will be removed, and all the H that I have written with black color will be removed from here, and all the OH that I have written with the black color will be removed. So whatever is left, I'm gonna write it. What we have discussed while writing the formula, first part comes from the carboxylic acid, second part is from the alcohol. So first part is carboxylic acid. I will write HCOO C2H5. Clearly shown that first part is from the acid, second part is from the alcohol. Then CH3COO and CH3. Again, first part is from the acid, second part is from the alcohol. Okay. Lastly, CH3COO C2H5. First part is from the acid, second part is from the alcohol. Now write down the names. First, the alcohol part will come. So alcohol part is ethyl, because we are going to use ethanol. So the name would be ethyl, and alcohol is methanoic acid, carboxylic acid is methanoic acid, so it would be methanoate. All right. Again, alcohol part is methyl, because we are going to use methanol here, and acid part is ethanoate. We have to add 8 at the end. Same, alcohol part will come first, that is ethyl, and acid part is ethanoate. So I have summarized the whole process that how to make the formula and how to give the name to the different ester. I think you can better understand now that what to do and how to write. The last topic is uses of ester. So let's write them. Uses of esters. We have to discuss 3 uses of esters. Okay. First of all, they are used as solvent in cosmetics, perfumes, and glues. Why? Because they are volatile liquids, so it make them to be used here. Okay, next, they are used in soap formation, and lastly, used in artificial food flavoring, because they have sweet, fruity smell. That's all about ester. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.